It's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade once again. I'm here to ask the game gods to bless us with the ability to date Kasuga, which will never happen. But anyway, whoopsie, I left this clearly sitting up too long before I started recording. Anyway, yeah, so everybody's conspiring against us, but not really. I'm pretty sure they're just conspiring to push. I have to fix my hair under my headset. Anyway, conspiring to force Nayuta and I to admit our feelings for each other and stand up to our grandfather. So they're being all pushy assholes, shoving Nayuta away, trying to keep me away from Nayuta. Don't know why, but anyway, I'm sure it's not. Like, they want you to think, like, oh my god, they're just vying for my attention because they know that one of them is supposed to be my fiance. How rude. But it's like, it's absolutely to try to push us into, like, either standing up and saying we want Nayuta to be our fiance or something. Like, they're conspiring 100% to push us into Nayuta's arms. I mean, they already did this before. I wouldn't put it past them, but, like, man, they're doing a good job being dicks about it, though. Like, fun. So now we're all pissed off because we think these bastards are trying to keep me away from Nayuta when it's really just part of their plan. It's part of the ruse. So, seriously though, what is their deal? I stepped outside with a grumpy scowl on my face. Kasuga looked up from getting the car ready. As much as I want to have a grumpy scowl on my face, especially at this game for not letting me have this man. Here he is. Just perfect. Probably somehow blood related to me, which makes it slightly disturbing, but not really related to her. Not to me. Still gonna just pretend that doesn't exist. In my goddamn dream world, I can marry Kasuga because he's perfect. Anyway. Oh, this asshole. At the same time, Kojiro strode over to me. Oh no, we don't need any of your bullshit. We're already pissed off enough. The early bird gets the worm, eh? I'm done here. Can we go? Kojiro looked taken aback by my gruff tone, but nodded. Then his face clouded with a nervous expression. Oh, well then. Have a good day, Miss Spacey. I would have a better day if the game let me marry you, goddammit! I sense her frustration, but it's different from mine. Uh-huh. Right before I got in the car, I shot Kasuga a look filled with resentment. That hurts me to be so angry with Kasuga! Warranted, though, but, like, still, traitor! But Kasuga was all smiles. I know, this son of a bitch. You know what makes me, it's like the traitor is like, you're not fighting for my love, Kasuga. That's what makes me feel like you betrayed me. And then look at him like this. He's so handsome and perfect. Why is he got to be he's got to be related to us. That's the only way the game would make him not dateable. Because otherwise they know damn well what they're doing in the uproar. But they want to do it. They're just trying to make it as bad as possible. God, they couldn't make it worse if they made him my father. But obviously he's only a few years older than me, so that's not possible. But like, brother, cousin, half-brother. Stepbrother? Well, stepbrother's totally fine. There's porn about that shit, right? That's fine. Whatever. But he's probably like a half-sibling? Oh my god. He's a half-sibling. But then why would we be the heir? Because he's older than us. I'm like, if our dad was banging someone on the like before he married our mom, you know what I'm saying? They didn't like my mom, you know? So like, right? Isn't that what the whole thing was? I forget. But anyway, there's going to be some kind of weird family twist. And Kasuga's somehow related to us in some weird way. And the game's going to try to... I'm saying, I'm just telling you. The game, you're not going to convince me that I'm not still in love with the man. Like, I don't care. I'll just move to whatever weird fucked up state where that's okay. You know, or like England. We're rich. So like, everybody rich there marries their cousins. Whatever. I mean, it's not ye olde times, but we might as well be ye olde times the way America's going right now, right? So like, I'm just saying... Nothing wrong with it. I know we're in Japan, but I'm just saying, you know. We're rolling back the clocks a couple hundred years, so you might as well just keep going to where marrying your cousin wasn't fucking weird. I mean, again, though, we're rich, and rules for normal people don't apply to rich people, so, like, it's okay if I marry my cousin, right? Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's kind of normal. You're gonna marry somebody that's not related to you? Ew, what are you, weird? Yeah, you know, that kind of shit, so fine. Do you need something, miss? Yeah, you, goddammit. No, I do not! Yes, you. Ultimately, my attempt to snap at Kasuga fell spectacularly flat, right, because nothing we do phases this man, and that's why I love him so much. So I had to go to school with all that frustration building up inside me. Like, you want to hurt him, but nothing hurts him, because he just knows you too well. Like, just good. It's just perfect. They know what they're doing. That day after school, I mean, the writers are brilliant, because they really went hard with the whole Nayuta is a dog, and they leaned into it, and they just kept going. They just kept going. It wasn't like we're going to make that analogy, and then, no, they're like, no, we're just going to keep hitting it hard, constantly. Nayuta's a dog. He's a dog. Like, everything he does, you're like, oh God, I can't stop thinking it now. And they were like, here, the second Kasuga shows up, you're going to want to bone the man. And we're going to not let you have him, and you're going to be like, why? That's not fair. And then we're going to tell you he's related to you, and you're going to be like, I'm a fucking degenerate, because I want to bone my brother cousin, whatever the fuck he is, right? Like, and you're like, they know what they're doing. I hate them. They're smart and fucking brilliant, but I kind of hate them for it, so I'm just saying. That day after school, Arimura was annoyed, but I still thanked her for letting us into the cafeteria. It was definitely time for some girl talk. Okay, so it's been several days since you found out he's picking your fiancé for you. Have you made some sort of progress? I frowned and shook my head at her. It's so funny seeing her with her cute little, like, normal green floofy hair instead of her, like, golden wig. And her little glasses. She's so cute. None whatsoever. I haven't been able to get in touch with grandfather since he dropped the bombshell. I'm sure he's doing it on purpose, right? Like all the boys are doing shit on purpose. Like, girl, put it together. And that traitor Kasuga isn't saying anything. And Kojino's been my bodyguard this whole time. And all three suitors are acting weird. They interrupt me whenever I try to talk to Nayuta. That sounds rough. And there's no way to get out of it. As Samugi and I sighed, Arimura calmly spoke up. She's smart. She's got glasses and all. So she's gonna know what's going on. Yeah, and no matter how you look at it, this blows. Your grandfather's absolute authority, and he's personally choosing the guy. And the party prep's all underway. You are seriously screwed. Girl, I thought you were gonna have some insight, like, hi, you do realize, right? But no. Arimura, honestly! Samugi was irritated by what Arimura said, but I shook my head slightly at her. It's fine. It's the truth. Spacey! Like, Samugi was all for us falling in love, and we did it, and now we can't even have the man that we love because the game's gonna make him related to... Oh, right, we're talking about Nayuta, never mind. Same difference. And the truth is, it's all my fault, and I know... The truth is, it's all my fault! I know that! Like, I can read. I've been so disoriented ever since I found out that Nayuta wasn't a suitor. Confused, anxious, miserable. So I ignored everything else. The Branch family problems, the matchmaking, just everything. Even though I knew there wasn't time to procrastinate. Despite all that, I couldn't give him up. I couldn't stand that he was going to leave me, and I couldn't think about anything else but him. So in a way, I can't blame grandfather for making the decision for me. Listen, Spacey! I know how painful this is for you, but please don't give up. I looked at her when she said that. Samugi's face was full of worry. Maybe following your grandfather's advice is the right thing to do as the Tojo family heir, but are you sure you can truly live with that? Given everything you've told me, I believe it's still too early to give up. I really do. I'm sure Nayuta will realize his feelings if the right moment comes along. More importantly, will you be able to have feelings for another man? I don't... But the reality is that what Samugi's suggesting is impossible. You're out of time with no means of escape. The only thing you could feasibly do is tell him how you feel and try to really hit it home. And make it memorable. Like something I'll never forget. I'm pretty sure if you kissed him, he wouldn't forget that. And it might be clear at that point. Just maybe. That's it! Samugi's eyes flew open and she suddenly seemed really intense. Arimura and I just stared at her. Look! Putting up a whole ruse like the Bodyguard movie, or sorry, the Guardian, whatever. It's not gonna work. We did that. It did not fucking work. We chose him and he was like, yeah, I'm your bodyguard. And he didn't get it. So we're gonna need something a little more solid, Samugi, is all I'm saying. Don't go back down that route. She ignored our reactions and spoke out passionately. Hear me out, Spacey. This is your last hope. No, Obi-Wan is my last hope. According to movies. I'm just saying. This is... What? Tell Nayuta how you really feel! Put all your cards on the table! What? Something like, I don't want to get engaged to any of them because I'm in love with you, Nayuta! You're the only one on my mind! Okay, that might actually get to him. This is a smart plan. Your words can make all the difference! Wait, hold on, Smoogie! I struggled to calm her down. I heaved a sigh, then spoke. You say I should tell him how I feel, but what's the point of doing that now? Everything's already decided. Tojo's right, you know. Saying something like that will only put Nayuta in a tough spot, too. Smoogie just giggled at us, unfazed. Are you sure about that? Admitting your feelings for him will certainly give you a sense of clarity, Spacey. But what about Nayuta? We don't actually know how he feels. Well, I'm convinced he loves you. But that's beside the point. It's obvious that he likes you very much. He's at least 90% of the way there. But, oh, if you were to tell him you have feelings for him, what do you think will happen? I don't know. I cocked my head to the side in confusion, and Smoogie grinned widely at me. God, I love her so much. Nayuta has some reckless tendencies. Once he realizes his own feelings, you think he's gonna murder my grandfather? Absolutely! He'll go mad and crazy. He might end up in jail, but you could still have your man. And your sexy butler, who's probably your brother. Don't you think he'll be overcome with emotions, which means he'll act in a completely unexpected way? Like maybe by rescuing you and running off together? Running off together? Me? And Nayuta? Oh no, that's a bad idea. Miss Spacey, please, run away with me! Really, Nayuta? Please? I know this will mean throwing away your old life, and we'll have nothing because I'm too fucking stupid to function, and you also can't even pick out your own clothes without Kasuga, so, like, we're gonna end up dead, but, like, at least the 5 days we live out there, it'll be great. I'm just saying, this is a bad fucking idea. But I promise to make you happy, so again, please! Oh, Nayuta, Come, take my hand! Say you'll come away with me! I just feel like Nayuta can't say these lines. Or maybe we should have given him the body. We should have really done it the whole time he was in bodyguard form. I'm Nayuta and I'm in bodyguard form. And I'm doing because it's just so not him. And you're like, wait, what? How could something that ridiculous be possible? You don't think so? This is Nayuta after all. He's the kind of guy who can do anything he puts his mind to. That's what I think. Anything he puts his mind to, but he has to have a mind to put to it first, Samugi, and that's asking a lot. Look, I love him, but he's kind of stupid. She clenched her fist with determination while Arimura sighed with exasperation. Well, I guess now that I've thought about it, I'm starting to feel like you might as well tell him. What? Who cares if you put him in a tough spot? You gotta speak your mind, right? You'll feel terrible if you never get to tell him. So if you're gonna say something, now's the time, before you get engaged and all. Spacey, Arimura's totally right. We're talking about your first love here. That's a precious and super important thing. It'd be such a shame to end things without telling him. If you hide your feelings, lock them away, and pretend they never existed. If you do that, you'd probably... No, I'm sure you'd regret it for the rest of your life. So you see, this is your moment. You've got to take it! You're at the very, very end. Time to woman up, Tojo. That's it. Hike those tits up, girl. Adjust that bra and go after your man. The strong and supportive advice nearly made me burst into tears. Yeah, that's right. I'm not finished yet. Even if it didn't do anything, even if it bothered him, despite all that, before I give up on absolutely everything, okay, I'll do it! I don't want to have any regrets. As I felt the anticipation build up inside me, the girls nodded at me with encouragement. You're like, yeah, I'm going to tell him how I feel, but I never actually get a chance to talk to him because those other chuckle fucks are always around cock-blocking me. So how am I going to do that? Girls, I'm going to need you to come over and run interference. After parting with Samugi and Arimura, as I walked to the car waiting by the school gates, I told myself one more time, you got this. Once you get home, you're going to have a proper talk with Nayuta. You're going to tell him how you feel, and then... Hello, Spacey. Hope you had a good day at school. That's Miss Spacey to you, asshole! Startled, I looked up and saw Kojiro smiling at me. I'll get the door for you, miss. Thank you. As soon as I got into the car, I started thinking about my plan again. In order to tell Nayuta how I feel, I need to get the two of us alone first. But considering how things went this morning, I was sure the boys would interfere again. That's when you go hide in Nayuta. I'm going to my room! And then you wait in Nayuta's room for him. What if it were just Nayuta and I in the house? Maybe I could do something clever to get the others. My thoughts were suddenly interrupted. I'd been absently staring out the window, but now I was paying closer attention. This isn't the way we usually go. But I did recognize the road. I had taken it many, many times. Hey, where are we going? What? Oh, yeah, well, Kojiro hesitated for a moment. Cat's out of the bag already, I guess. As you can see, we're on our way to the family estate in Kamakura. To the family estate? Yes, at the behest of the master. He said you'll be staying at the family estate until the day of the engagement party. What? Starting today? Yeah, that's right. No way! Blood drained from my face. My hands began to tremble. That's why they were trying to keep me away from Nayuta. Why? Of all the things that could happen, are they setting this up so that when our grandfather announces her fiance, Nayuta, and you're like, what? Yeah. I kind of feel like that's where this is going to go. Or he's about to say something, Nayuta's going to bust in there. No! I demand to marry her! I'm in love with her! And he's going to be like, yeah, that was okay. You know, like, why today? I felt like I couldn't breathe. I struggled to make sense of these plans that were preventing me from talking to Nayuta. That's when you gotta, again, text your friends, get interference. Samugi will do it, man. This girl knows all the shit. I thought I had one last chance. How easily it was destroyed, right? I thought I always had a chance with Kasuga, and how easily you're gonna rip that away from me and try to tell me he's related to me, and, like, that's gonna bother me. Like, you know what? I'll get over it. Every other game. Yeah, the age difference creeps me out. Oh my god, we're related? Stop reminding me. This one, I don't give a shit if he's my twin. Like, don't think that's gonna stop me. I love him too hard. It's whatever. That's like, you're like, oh, I've been married to this guy for 2 years. Oh, by the way, you're genetically siblings. Well, too late now. I'm just saying. Like, it's too late, game. Again, he's related to her, not me. There's a difference. I can dissociate that. It's fine. If they take me to the family estate and keep me there, then surely I'd never see Nayuta again. Excuse me, please. I need to go back to the vacation home. I have some things I need to do first. I desperately tried to grab onto any excuse, but Kojiro just smiled at me. Don't worry, miss. Kasuga's already handled all the preparations. And if there's anything you forgot back at the vacation home, I'll go get it. Oh, no. Yes, you did forget something. Yeah, Nayuta. This was really happening. Is this really the end of it all? Okay, shut up, phone. I don't care. Whoever's texting me needs to go away. Okay, Jesus. Just like, it's like every single time it's like one person, but then like 7 things, I get text out and it's like, shut up. I don't know what it is. I need to change my text noise for everything because my text noise just irritates me. I hear it. And I'm like, okay. And then it goes off again. And then I want to check my fucking phone. I don't know what it is. It just drives me bonkers. Is this really the end of it all? But if I put it on silent, I would never know when people texted me, and then there'd be like 30 texts, and I'd have to get, like... It's a no-win situation for me. It didn't matter what I said or what reason I gave. I was sure to get shut down. It was like they were saying to me, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, we're not letting you get away. But I'd finally figured out what to do! Why now? I bit my lip, trying to hold back tears as the car made its way to the family estate. Text Samugi and tell her, Samugi, Arimura, let's open a whisk message! I'm just saying, come on, girl. Hike the tits up and do something womanly. Oh. Oh, no. Reason for the lone struggle. Nayuta makes a valiant effort to stop my engagement, but it doesn't look promising. It's kind of interesting how it's going to go here. And then there's the side that's like this is like the end, and then these are like the end stories, but then there's also this after. It's like this is the end, but those are the after stories. This is like interesting. There's like 3 of them, you know? That's usually like the end point, you know? Anyway. Wait, please! Just let me ask one more. I slumped over in disappointment as they mercilessly slammed the gate. Spacey said she couldn't go against her grandfather. I thought this was going to be easy. If only he would have reconsidered. What are you yammering on about? Naoto, you've got no right to object to this engagement. What you're asking for me... What? You're asking for me to give it a little more time? Absolutely not. The preparations for the engagement are well underway. There's no turning back now. He's like, yeah, this. You got no right to object to this engagement. It's between the 2 of you, you idiot. Naoto just doesn't know. I swear to God, I bet you that's exactly what's gonna happen. Say I gave her more time. It wouldn't amount to anything. It's like, I know, she doesn't need more time. She wants to marry you. I know, like, he knows. Everybody knows what's going on except for me, Naoto, and definitely not Kojiro. That man's too fucking dumb. He actually might know. Maybe our grandfather told him, but I kind of feel like he's just as far out of the loop as we are. Further, if then. And I thought he'd be a lot more understanding once we talked, but he completely brushed me off. I guess it wasn't going to be easy after all. Are you invited to the party? Because then I feel very suspicious that he's going to announce you and you just don't know. But if I don't do something, Spacey's gonna... I don't have any more time. It's grandfather's decision. I can't go against him. I didn't want Spacey to look like that. And I didn't care if I had to do odd jobs or bodyguarding or whatever. I made up my mind I'd only do things to make Spacey happy. Plus, if I can't figure this out, Spacey will get engaged. Ow! Just thinking about that made my heart ache. Apparently my illness continued to progress. Wow, he still hadn't figured it out, has he? Oh, God, he's really fucking dumb. I have to hurry. I could drop dead at any moment. My God, I thought he figured it out. I didn't think he was this stupid. Jesus, do we want to run away with... We would definitely die. Listen, girl. Listen. I know you want to marry Naoto, but, like, just... You cannot tell Naoto your feelings and then run away with him. You will both end up dead. This man can't even figure out he's in love with you. He still thinks he's got an illness. He really is fucking stupid. It should be more irritating. It should be like, God, why are you this fucking dumb? Seriously, but it's actually just so adorably funny. Oh, God, this game is good. I'm still mad at it deep down inside, and I hate it because it won't let me marry Kasuga. But, like, aside from that, everything about this is great. Okay, like, 90% of this is great. Okay, 90% of it sucks because Kasuga is number 1. But, like, the rest of it that's not Kasuga is good. It is enjoyable. He was incurable, after all. So far, I only had symptoms when I thought about Spacey. Trying to convince her grandfather was a dead end. Now all I can do is... Go talk to her friends, and then they'll tell you. Guys, I'm really sorry to spring this on you, but I have a once-in-a-lifetime request. Once in a lifetime? When I got home, I immediately got Ichiya and the guys together and pleaded with them like my life depended on it. Because it did! You know how they're going to announce Spacey's fiancé at the Christmas party next week? Yeah, so? Well, since it was an arbitrary decision, Spacey doesn't really seem ready to accept it. So whichever one of you gets nominated, could you please defer the decision, just for a little bit? And that's all. Please, I'm begging you. They're going to be like, why? Because Spacey's not happy about it. Yeah, but like, why? They're like, he really is stupid. Why are you being so damn naive? What? I could tell by Taiga's tone of voice that he was planning something mischievous. I looked up at him and saw that he had a smug expression on his face. So did Ichiya and Shion. Don't be mean to him. He's so stupid. Stop it. Oh. You know, I felt bad for you, Ichia, when Nayuta was being crazy and flung you through doors and windows and up against walls and, like, really, like, almost murdered you. But, like, this is not that's mean. Stop it. He doesn't know any better. Leave him alone. Don't tease the dummy. Stop. So bully him. Look, Nayuta, we didn't just live together to play nice and pretend to be a family. Why not? I kind of liked this whole man-harem thing going on. I thought we had a good thing. I'm just saying. Just, wow. Wow. Rude.
We're competing to be her groom. You haven't forgotten that, right?
Well, the lady's naive and stubborn as hell. She ain't never gonna find a husband like that. So whichever guy gets picked, winner takes all. That's good enough, ain't it? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I can't agree to your once-in-a-lifetime request. They're basically like, don't do it until he tells you he's in love with her. They're bullying him because he's too stupid to realize he's in love with her. It's so mean, but it's kind of funny. But it's still mean. Guys, he's stupid. You just have to tell him how he feels.
Same here. Sorry, Nayuta.
You have to be like, Nayuta, you are in love with her. What? That's why all that shit happens when you think, oh, you have to tell him. He's never going to get there on his own, guys. He has been staring at the 2+2. You have everything written out. There's just a line. He just has to make one single line to make a 4, and he still can't fucking figure it out. Guys, seriously? Seriously? Oh my god.
How dare you? Huh? All you were saying you're going to ignore how Spacey feels?
Nayuta, listen. First of all, you ain't a suitor no more. Sounds like you're meddling in something that's none of your business, bro.
He had the nail on the head. He nearly shut me up too, but then I said, I know that. But regardless, I still want to protect her. You're all bark and no bite. And that's because she's your ideal master, right?
I like how they are definitely goading him to figure it out, but it's like, seriously, just write the number down for him, okay? Here, read this.
I'm in love with Spacey.
What? Yeah, there you go. Just write it down on a piece of paper and make him read it. That's about the only way he's gonna get it. And all you're doing is following orders. Yeah, sorry, but you're not very convincing.
No, I'm not! And I shouted and pushed back against what they were saying. That was definitely true at first, but I'm not doing that now. I can't really explain, but I'm not. I'm not acting on orders. I just don't want Spacey to be all sad. Being with any one of you three chuckle fucks would make her sad.
Basically what Nayuta's saying, which is pretty funny. He doesn't realize it, but it's still funny.
Even if she asked me to stifle my feelings, even if she ordered me to keep quiet, I'd never ever do that.
I like how they're like, get to it! Come on!
All three of them fell silent.
Like, this whole thing was to goad them into admitting their feelings, but it's like, Nayuta's just, oh god.
And I'll do anything for you if you just do me this favor. Really, truly, anything at all. So, please, I'm begging you, do it for Spacey's sake. I pleaded with them and bowed as deeply as I could. There wasn't anything else I could do but beg. They were like,
you almost got there, guys. Nayuta, it's just that we... Dude, don't give in, alright? Ichi was gonna be like, we just want you to know that you love her. Will you just admit it? And Teka's like, shut up. He's not gonna just... right.
Okay, well, we understand how you feel, Nayuta, but... You mean... But it's our lives too, you know? We just can't do this for you. We're sorry, okay?
Shion is such a cold bastard. I love it. Ichi almost caved. He was like, I can't... He looks so sad. I can't do it. Ichi is not going to be the disciplinarian in the family when it comes to the children. He's going to be like, but they look sad, Spacey. Yes, he looks sad. He just crashed the fucking Mercedes. But he's sad about it. Like, he's not going to be able to punish children.
I can't believe I can't convince them to do this. And I thought we all had the same strong feelings for Spacey. Fine, forget you guys. I'll figure something else out. And they're like, God damn it, just admit that you love her. That's all we're asking. Idiot. Feeling desperate, I tore out of there and ran to my bedroom. I hope we go back to the guys and they're like, oh, he really is dumb. Yep, okay, good. I'm surprised. Nayuta really has changed in such a short amount of time. Yeah, he really blew me away. And it feels like he's evolved from a dog to a dude. And that's why it's kind of heartbreaking. You've sure got an odd soft spot for him. But you know if we give in now, he won't learn anything, right? They're trying to push him to figure it out himself. Well, we're gonna do our part and help him out, but the rest's up to Nayuta. Which means we get to tease him loads before the big day, right? It's gonna be a riot. I think they already know, and I think Kasuga's like, Nayuta's her fiance, but like, we gotta get them to figure out their feelings because they're fucking stupid. I wouldn't put it past Kasuga and our grandfather. They're both shady assholes. Are you, like, Kasuga's not my uncle or some shit, right? Because he sounds exactly like my grandfather. Like, they are both, like, slightly sadistic. It's probably why I find Grandpa so amusing, because, like, I'm totally in love with Kasuga, and he's kind of a sadistic bastard. But, like, I'm here for it. Put some glasses on, Kasuga. Just saying. Yeah. See, I told you that they were just doing it to push our buttons and, like, draw us closer. I'm not stupid! Unlike Nayuta. I have a couple brain cells. Come on, Nayuta, think! You're running out of time! It's almost Christmas! I folded my arms and groaned while walking around my room in circles. Easier said than done, though. My stupid brain couldn't come up with any real solution. Still, I gotta think of something. For the sake of Spacey's happiness. Round and round I paced. Just then my foot bumped into something. I looked down at the floor, wondering what it was. Oh, hey. It was a belt I had when I was a child. I found it back when I was looking for that DVD with Spacey. I didn't want to put it back into storage, so I kept it out. For some reason, I picked it up and studied it. This takes me back. Though I guess it wasn't really that long ago. Like, what, last week? Spacey laughed when I told her about this belt and all my memories. But soon she wouldn't be smiling at all. Aw, little baby Nayuta again. I'm sure you'll become an even greater hero than me. A hero who protects everyone and who always wins in the end, no matter how tough things get. The one time when Kochiro wasn't oh, baby Nayuta face, stop it, it's so cute. I know we've already seen it, but it just hit you. It's just so adorable. Stop. I hate children, but like, freaking little anime kids are fucking adorable. You're like, you're so cute, I just want to pinch your cheeks. It's the old lady in me. I don't know. Alrighty, I'm gonna work super hard. I'm gonna train all day, eat lots of food, become stronger than anyone else, and protect someone I care about. That's right. How could I have forgotten such a simple thing? Remember how you felt back then? Back then my dreams were just empty ideals. Instead of some busted ideal, I found someone I want to protect even more. It's like what heroes say. Justice will prevail. That's right. If there is no other way left, then I don't have to choose. Justice will prevail. I grasped the belt tighter and swore that to myself. Just then my phone started ringing. Wondering who'd be calling at this hour, I checked the screen and... Hi, this is Nayuta. Nayuta, get ready and go up front right now. What? Why? Just do what I say. I'll be waiting for you outside. What's going on? I wondered if my uncle had found out that I went to the Masters to talk with him in person. He was bound to find out sooner or later. But why would he want to punish me for that? My newfound optimism deflated. I sluggishly started getting ready. Reason for the lone struggle is over. Okay. Oh, the only one we have. Whoops. Hello. I want to believe in you. After days apart, Nayuta finally realizes his feelings for me. He embarks on a course of action. Oh, he finally realized it. After all this, he really is an idiot. But okay, here's the thing. Again, How are they gonna make 2 boards for the other guys when they already are, like, basically in love with me and ready to, like, jump my boat? Well, okay, Taiga's like, whatever, sure, fine. But, like, Nayuta was totally fucking clueless. This is why we had a whole other board. How are they gonna do that? Are we gonna refuse, like, I picked you, Ichia, but if you don't stop with your cheesy pickup lines, I'm gonna take it back. And then, like, for a week, we're like, yeah, and then he does a cheesy pickup, like, we're just gonna have to, like, how are you gonna fill 2 boards? I'm very curious. Cause, like, the whole point of the second board was, like, Nayuta's a fucking moron. Like, the whole board was him just being an idiot. I'll do whatever it takes to save Spacey. Just as I was getting all fired up, I received a phone call from my uncle. I then met him in front of the house, and he took me to a nearby park. He's gonna tie me up and leave me here, but I'll wait. It'll be fine. Uncle Kojiro? Hey, I'm talking to you! Earth to Uncle Kojiro! Ugh, you haven't said a word this whole time! If you don't need anything, then why'd you... I suddenly jumped back just as his fist grazed my right cheek. Whoa! Hold on, Uncle Kojiro! You can't just start without saying anything! If you want to grapple, then you need to say something first! I stood there ready to square off. He fixed his gaze on me for a moment, and then... he lowered his fist without a word. And then he said, I heard you went directly to the master to speak with him. Why'd you do something so stupid? So this is what he wanted to talk about. Although I knew there was no escaping his wrath, I still looked away to avoid the embarrassment that would come with my uncle's scolding. I mean, it's also this, like, he's just just... I know that you think what you're doing is, like, tough love on Nayuta because he's an idiot and you want him to be... but it's like, you're just being a fucking big asshole. Like, just leave him alone. Just fucking leave him alone. Stop it. Like, he's such a dick. You're gonna punch him for that? Like, Kojiro, you're such a douche. Such a douche! I did it because Spacey doesn't want... she doesn't want the engagement. So you're saying that she ordered you to do it? No, I did it entirely on my own. My uncle shook his head and sighed once he saw how frantic I was. Tell me something, Nayuta. Who the hell do you think you are? Alright, listen up. Miss Spacey's currently in a situation where she needs to choose a fiancé as soon as possible. That's the kind of position she's in. I did choose one. You assigned him as my bodyguard instead. I'm just saying. It's true that the circumstances changed suddenly and the master made a decision. However, since the beginning, the fiancé was always going to be one of those 3 guys. So there shouldn't be a problem, right? But Spacey doesn't agree with it. He's like, Spacey doesn't agree. Yeah. And now, I feel like they must have told Kojiro what was happening. Did she say so herself? No, but she looked super, super sad. Actually, I kind of did say so. So, yeah. She definitely looked reluctant. But she doesn't say that out loud. That's why she looks like she was so much agony. I know, because I kept my eye on Spacey this entire time. Alright, Nayuta. Then tell me what Miss Spacey said. And be precise. She said she can't go against her grandfather's decision. Feeling helpless, I clenched my fists in frustration. My uncle spoke in a calm, admonishing tone. Miss Spacey's younger than you, but she understands her position. She knows that even if the engagement is dissatisfying to her, it's for the greater good of her family. If you think about it like that, it makes sense. And the greater good of my family is for me to marry Kasuga, who might actually be my family. I'm just saying, keep it in the family. It's going to be really depressing and slightly disturbing, but I'm just preparing myself for it now so that I'm like, all right, and take one for the team or the family, I guess, whatever. Gross. I have to prepare myself now so it makes me cry less when that all comes out. I'm just saying. I'm disturbed. You can't even protect people you don't like. You and her are in totally different leagues. But what about poor Spacey's feelings? Cut the crap, Nayuta! My uncle shut me down so severely I couldn't say anything back. This isn't a matter you can interfere with. You don't have the right to do so in the first place. What's your position now, huh? You're not a suitor and you're not a bodyguard. The only reason you're handling odd jobs is because of the young Mrs. Generosity. Get it? Don't butt in again. I do get it! I totally do! It was all thanks to Spacey that I was able to stay at the vacation home. And I was just taking advantage of it. I knew that for sure. But regardless, I clenched my fist again in shame. I clenched them so hard my fingers went numb. Then, tell me, if Spacey gets engaged, what'll happen to me? You get the axe, of course. Don't tell me you thought you could stay on doing odd jobs or something. Oh, yeah, I have something else to tell you. Miss Spacey won't be returning to the house. What do you mean? Master's orders. There are things to prepare for the engagement party. So from now on, she'll be spending her time at the family estate. I feel like Kojiro's like telling him that because he knows that Nayuta's gonna fucking jump the roof and get in there. That's like he did the last time. I'm just saying, he parkoured his fucking ass in there, so you think he's not gonna do it again? Kojiro, not smart. Or smart. I'm not really sure what you're going on here. I just took her there today. My eyes widened in surprise, and my uncle quickly tried to discourage me from doing anything. Yeah, but I feel like Nayuta, you're like, don't do anything. Gonna do it. Look, Miss Spacey's engagement's already been decided. You'll be in big trouble if you interfere. I don't care! One more thing. You're forbidding from meeting with the Master or Miss Spacey in person. Know that if you do, you'll be cut off from the Yagami family. He's like, I don't care! I don't think he cares at this point. If you meddle with their affairs, I won't hold back and I'll send you packing. You understand me? It's kind of better because you're kind of a douche, Kojiro. I'm just saying. Respond. Respond! Okay. Don't forget what I said. He gave me one last fierce stare and turned away. Like, I get the, like, tough love kind of thing. Like, we have rules here and you'll follow the rules. And we're gonna be not like, okay, sweetie, we're gonna follow the rules now, okay? You know, you're being strict. Following the rules, because that's how you make good bodyguard family, right? But, like, at this point, it's like, now you're just being a dick! Don't listen to him, Nayuta. Be a bad dog and jump that roof. And without saying another word, he left the park. This is where Nayuta has to decide, and you realize your feelings, and then you decide, do I take the risk and be shunned from my family, or do I just pine away and, right, be a bodyguard for someone Nayuta's already not cut out for the bodyguard thing. I mean, yes, he is. He's really good at it. But only if he deems the person worthy enough. Why would you want to be in a family that's going to make you, like, be a bodyguard for a politician who's, like, you know, like a rapist or some shit? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be like, oh, yeah, no. You're like, no, fuck you. You're a shady bastard. You've already been in that situation and you know you hate it. So, like... You know what I mean? I'm just saying, take the risk, man. In this case, the risk is worth it. Even if you get kicked out of the family and you don't get the girl in the end. I mean, he'll absolutely get the girl in the end. We know where this is going. Except for maybe in the bad end. But, you know. Now it was really over. I wasn't a suitor. I wasn't a bodyguard. And I wasn't even allowed to handle odd jobs anymore. Now, this means I was sure I'd never see Spacey again. Oh, look at how intense his eyes are. It's so amazing. Like, the amazing thing is you have cute, adorable Nayuta sprite, and then you have this. The anguished pain, like, I won't let you go, Spacey. Like, how you make Nayuta hot sometimes, it's really kind of disturbing me. Like, because, like, on one hand, he's like, you're adorable, look at you, you're so cute and so innocent and kind of stupid. And then on the other hand, you're like, oh, hi, when did you get hot? Oh, now you're back to being adorable. Now you're hot. I can't handle this duality thing. It's freaking me out. The moment that thought hit me, my chest tightened and I couldn't breathe. It was as some force was pinning my heart down. It was so painful I couldn't even speak. It hurts. The pain wouldn't go away even though I tried to wait it out. All I could do was grimace at the overwhelming, suffocating feeling. Oh, sweetie. He's gonna die of loneliness right now. They broke his heart so much he's died. Here you are, Miss Spacey. Oh, this is a fruit-flavored tea. All I need is you, Kasuga, and we would never have to be in this situation if my grandfather would have just let me marry whatever the hell you are to me. I don't know. Certainly not just my butler. It's like my bastard brother. He's like, he's your half-sibling. Your father had a bastard child, so instead of, like, letting him be an heir to the estate, we made him your butler. Oh, he knows about it. Like, how rude is that?
I'm just saying, like, that would be so fucking cold. First of all, to us, because you're trying to tell me Kasuga's related to me, and that makes it gross. My lust for him the whole entire game. But also, how rude for poor Kasuga! He's over there like, yep, just gotta serve you the whole night. Like, how fucking crazy is that? Because your dad banged a maid one time. Like, or some shit. Like, did Kasuga ever tell us about his family? I mean, I'm just saying. It's just like a little... And also, it just doesn't make any sense. So you're going to let, instead of having a lady's maid, a woman take care of me, you have my cousin, brother, whatever the fuck Kasuga is, like, and then you're gonna seriously, you set this up purpose. Goddamn brilliant bastards! I hate them! I love it, but I hate it. It's so mean. Stop it. It's torture. Anyway. Kasuga placed the cup in front of me. I said nothing and took a sip. I love you so much, Kasuga. I don't even care if we're blood-related. Let's fuck everything. Let's just get married. It's fine. Well, it certainly tastes as great as it smells. However, my frustration had reached new heights and wouldn't be quelled so easily. So, Kasuga... Yes? What is it, miss? He smiled despite being able to sense my mood. Oh, yeah, no, because he's fucking a little sadistic, too. He likes to torture us by just being beautiful and literally untouchable. Rude. Ugh, how obnoxious. Don't you think things have gotten rather strict since coming back to the estate? Strict? Whatever do you mean? I mean, I've just been going back and forth between school and the estate for several days now. Look at him playing all innocent with that beautiful face. I'm forbidden from going out with Samugi. I can't go to a store or anything like that. And you've even taken away my phone! Oh, I was like, girl, why don't you text someone? Samugi, I need interference. Text Nayuta. Well, now we know why. Okay. Don't you think this is excessive? No, miss. Not at all. Oh, you little... There are only a few days until the engagement party. I'd be a problem if something happened before then. Please, just be happy you're allowed to go to school. Allowed? Isn't that my right? You have no rights. Yes, well, that's why we compromised. This is where you slap Kasuga. Look, I love Kasuga, and I will make it better, but still a part of me wants to also slap him. I just want to slap him for the fact that I can't date him. I need to! Kasuga, I need to break your heart and mine. I can't take this anymore. Why are you doing this to me? It's rude. No matter how much I shouted, Kasuga just brushed me off. I love it. I love how angry. He, like, is literally, like, I am so mad at you right now for all of this. Kasuga, you're supposed to be on my side. And we're supposed to run away together. How dare you? Like, I'm telling her to slap him. I mean, that just tells you how angsty I am over this whole not being able to have Kasuga. Also, it's rude that you do this to me, Kasuga. I thought better of you. I thought you were on my side. This hurts me greatly. He's a huge pain as an enemy. There probably wasn't any point in discussing this further. Or rather, doing so would just sap my strength. So there's no way you're going to tell me anything about the engagement party, is there? It is as the master wishes, miss. Kasuga's nonchalant reply really ticked me off. If that's the case, okay, that's fine. But in return, I get to ask you a personal question, Kasuga. A personal question? Yes, that's right. What do you think of grandfather's decision? I'd like to hear it. Oh, the way he looks is like, oh. We know you too well, Kasuga. You can't lie to us. He contemplated what to say for a moment. I suppose it would not hurt. I shall get right to the point. I believe the master made the best decision. I see. That tells you nothing! That's such a butt-kissing answer, Kasuga, and you're kissing the wrong ass! Do you recall when we talked about what a suitable husband for you would have to be like? Yeah, you, basically, but, like, you know, not related to me somehow. Yeah, I do. One that does neither harm nor good. One that's content being decorative, etc. That's what I'm referring to. Content being decorative. I mean, that's definitely Shion. Does neither harm nor good. I feel like Taiga's gonna do a little bit of harm with his attitude problem. He's not gonna be content being decorative. Ichiya, I'm not really I don't think he'd be content just being decorative because he'd never shut his fucking mouth. But that might not be bad with how cheesy his pickup lines are. Some people say, oh, dear, your husband is so great. Oh. The little old ladies like me would find it quite charming. Oh, he's so cheesy. I love it. Oh, my husband has never said anything like this to me in all the years we've been married. Oh. You know, like, Shion is definitely the decorative one. I mean, until everyone's like, oh, your husband was basically a paid-for whore. He was a hired whore. So, like, I don't know if that's necessary. None of them they're all a little trash. None of them fit in this. That's you. You're good at being decorative. You've been decorative my whole life, basically. Nobody notices you're there. Unless they're like, oh, your butler's beautiful. And like, well, hi, and then all the girls in school, they made a point to talk about how beautiful he was and us being jealous that people were fawning over him and we can't marry him because he's related to us. Probably. Stop it, game. What the fuck? Every time I just keep thinking of new reasons why this game is fucking you over and trying to, like, they want you to be in love with Kasuga so they can slap you in the face with I hate them. God damn it. Fuck. I love this game so much, but I hate it also so much. It's gonna make me cry, but it's not gonna be like that other game where I was like, I will never, how dare you? This one I at least see it coming. You're gonna make me cry. I know it. Because I'm not going to be able to have Kasuga. You're a bastard. No matter how many times I hear it, it never stops being awful. No, I mean, like, he does neither harm nor good, and he's content being decorative. I mean, look at him.
In that respect, Mr. Yagami fit the bill perfectly.
Hearing his name come up suddenly took my breath away. How dare you? She's like, how dare you, Kasuga? But Kasuga didn't care about that and continued talking like nothing was wrong.
Mr. Yagami would, under no circumstances, interfere with your work as the head of the Tojo family. On top of that, he's the most talented person in the Yagami family. Well, he has some problems that need ironing out, but he could certainly be trained, as any good dog would.
The way Kasuga's looking at us is also like, see, he'd be so great, but he's got this sinister look in his eye, you shady son of a bitch. God, I love him so much. I don't care if you're related to me. I love you. Trained.
Oh, he thought it would kill two birds with one stone, if he could protect you as well. He could have been your strongest, most loyal guard dog, Miss Spacey. However, in the end, the bad outweighed the good, and he was not a capable enough bodyguard. If I had to use an analogy, I'd say that he's like a deflated tire, wouldn't you?
You didn't have to go that far. I winced at his harsh words, but Kasuga just smiled cheerfully. He knows, like, he's so shady. God, Kasuga's such a shady fucking bastard. I love it. God, he's so shady!
Shall I ask you a question, then? What possible use can Mr. Yagami be, if he's incapable of being a bodyguard?
He's, you know...
Ah, I see. A substitute for a pet, yes?
No, not at all! I snapped at Kasuga, then looked away. First and foremost, I didn't choose him because I wanted a bodyguard. I thought of him as someone who'd never betray me. He would believe in me and protect me with all of his heart and soul. Unlike you! Throw that in there. We need to stab Kasuga a little bit. It's not going to faze him at all, but... In fact, Mayuta believed in me with all his heart, and he'd never betray me like you did, Kasuga. The game betrayed me. So mean. He always faced problems head-on and dedicated every fiber of his being to working through them. Like, Kasuga just being mean to me, it just hurts. This betrayal! It's not because you're keeping Nayuta away from me, it's because the game is not gonna let me have you. And you will be somehow related to me, which is gonna make it weird, so there's an excuse, a huge excuse, why the game was like, we dangled it, but like, they know what they're doing, and I hate them for it, and it's mean, and it hurts, Kasuga. Why would you do this to me? I love this game, but I hate it a little bit, too. I had nothing else to say, so I just hung my head in disappointment. Kasuga let out a faint sigh.
When you put it like that, don't I also believe in you sincerely and protect you with the best of intentions?
It's like you're trying to say you'd be the best husband for us, and I agree, but the game won't let me have you. don't be a dick game. This right here. Screw you! We're like, this is why I picked Nayuta to be my fiance. And he's like, don't I do all those things? Yeah, but the game won't let me marry you, and now you're rubbing my face in it again. How dare you? I know that, but you can be so mean sometimes. Yeah, I like it. You're also quick to be secretive, like what happened this time. I scowled at him, and Kasuga tried to smile, though I could tell he was uncomfortable. Right? You're so secretive. You're hiding so many things. Brother, cousin, stepfather. I don't know.
It cannot be helped, miss. This is for your protection. There's a reason for everything.
There is no reason that the game made you so desirable and threw you in our face constantly, dangling you like a carrot in front of a starving donkey, and then turns around and is like, oh, by the way, you can't have him and he's your brother or some shit. Okay, I'm just saying. There is no reason for that aside from the people who wrote this game being douchebags. Brilliant douchebags, but douchebags nonetheless. Damn it! I know. I trust you. And I don't know where I'd be without you. I know. That's why I'm gonna cry when it's over. It's just... Nayuta...
Although I must say, I have no interest in becoming a pet.
No, yeah, you're gonna like it. I'll put a collar on you, take you for walks. You're gonna like it. Again with this? Kasuga smiled slightly at me as I frowned.
I do remember that the Master's decision is final. It will not be overturned.
Why won't you take my side for a change?
Now. That has nothing to do with it.
Stop teasing me!
Besides, it does not seem like I need to take sides anyway.
Huh? Did you say something?
No, nothing at all. My apologies for talking so much, miss. I'll leave you be now.
See, that right there is like... Doesn't seem like I need to take sides. I don't have to take sides because he picked Nayuta because he knows that we love Nayuta and there's no way. And like, this is all a ploy to make Nayuta figure out his feelings and like give us what we want. And our grandfather's just being a dick about it because he's kind of fucking... He's a psycho old man, but it's funny as shit. But like...
Please do not stay up too late. Good night.
Good night. I love you, Kasuga. The silence made me feel oddly lonely. Was it because I talked with Kasuga for so long? Or was it because I talked about him? Nayuta... Just speaking his name out loud sent a pain through my heart. Bird, stop it! You are being rude! Fucking asshole.
Spacey, and don't tell me you're actually okay with that!
I'm absolutely not okay with it. I threw myself onto the bed and tried to contain my anguish. It's like, but it's so mean that they're setting it up like, Nayuta will be your husband, but like, oh, we're gonna torture you a little bit. We're a little under time, but we were a little over last time, so I have a feeling this will go a little bit... Okay, if I don't record it, it'll literally only take 30 seconds before we get to the end. Right? But if I do, it'll be 10 minutes. So like I can never win with this. So, but we are going to stop and we will continue from Nayuta's perspective of this in the next part. So, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.